Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday morning, February 23rd, and we are looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and SPY. So, again, after the Fed minutes came out yesterday, a lot of gyration in J period before the market really got its direction again, which was pretty much pushing lower like it's been doing the last bunch of days, right? We're one time framing down for 4 days out of an inside day. Now, we did relieve some pressure late in M period after we price probed. We went and took out L's high. And now this morning, more pressure is being released from these latest shorts. Now, obviously, the overnight's going to be long. But again, all has to be put into context. It's long by short covering. Okay? So the question is obviously there's momentum buys too. But the majority of this is probably short covering. Right, which eventually makes the market weaker. But that doesn't mean we can't come into balance first on the daily, right? The more shorts get caught, the more you're going to get short covering. Now, the only way the market doesn't become weaker over time is to bring in fresh blood along with that short covering, because once that dries up, then there's no floor underneath. Now, you can see the difference here. We always talk about how ES and SPY are so mechanical versus NQ and righty. Look at the overnight highs so far in SPY and ES. Right below yesterday's high. It's just amazing. But look at NQ. No problem blowing through yesterday's high. Now, NVIDIA earnings came out last night and they were very good. Well, I don't know if they were good, but the stock's up. So that's a reason for them up there. Now, let's look at righty. They almost took out yesterday's high, but not quite just yet. So we have a wide overnight point of control again. I mean, I'm too wide, but I'm assuming this is at least 15 wide. We said there's nothing to lean on inside of yesterday. So there's a good chance if we don't gap to have some major chop inside of yesterday. All right, we did have an 8 wide point of control, but I want 9. So it's not like I'm carrying it forward. However, it would have been an upside destination. It's now a downside if you are carrying it forward. Just keep that in mind. We've gapped all year. I mean, 30, 34 trade, whatever it's been. We've gapped 18, I believe, out of 34 trading days. Unbelievable. Only 3 have held. So if we do gap again today at some point at 9:30, well, then again, the odds of it holding aren't good. We still have the gap from this day still holding, not by a lot. So the game plan for this morning is this. Nothing changes in the bigger picture until you take out yesterday's high. Plain and simple. You're going to have some short covering, which you're having now, but you're not going to get more to start panicking until you take out at least a daily high to put you back in balance. The weekly is down, the daily is down right now. So first step for bulls is to take out yesterday's high. So right now, whether you want to trade now or at 9:30, if this is the overnight high, this is a great risk-reward short the first time in ES and SPY. Again, that's if it holds. It might be higher by 9:30. But if it is, again, they love front running it where you could take a short and use yesterday's high as you're out. No real long here, because what are you going to be leaning on? I guess you could lean on value high if you want. But there really isn't much to lean on a long if the market decides to have some kind of correction early. Now, in the next 75 minutes, if we gap higher, things change. Depends on if we get the overnight high right away. Well, if you do get the overnight high right away and the gap isn't that large, you could either take a long against the gap or see if the gap fills, because gaps have not held, and then certainly take a long, say, against A's high or value high if you had gotten the overnight high already. If you didn't get the overnight high already, then I'd be very careful on a long, because we've seen that act before. Okay? So again, these are all early plays that you're going to be getting on a minute-by-minute live webinar basis throughout the whole trading day. Okay? Real quickly, righty, basically the same thing. NQ, again, look how much different they are right now, where their overnight high is, and they're looking to possibly gap higher. And then just quickly on the chart, I'm just going to show you the daily, because nothing can change on the weekly until the daily changes. Well, the daily is one time framing down for 4 days. If we take out yesterday's high, we initially come into a 3-day balance, depending on how much we take back. Right? If this market was to really rip and get above the 21st high, then it would become a 4-day balance. But for now, initially, it'd be a 3-day balance since we're still below February 21st high. We got close to the 50 SA, didn't touch it, and now the next goal for the bulls would be to go and test the 20-day moving average again. Thanks for the likes and subscribing. Good luck trading today, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.